I give to you the 1983 Ford LTD. I purchased this yesterday. Give you a quick walk around here. Just notice different colors there. It's got some slight rust, some holes, some mold. It's got a hat in the back. Some nice stickers here. Let's see what else we got down here. Dents. Ooh, some good ones. There you go. This ice still hasn't melted. Got a little bit of rust there. Has brand new tires. Hemisphere. Some more rust. Mud flaps. One mirror. Door opens like butter. The interior is like not as rad easy to expect. That cover is somewhere. I drove this thing home last night, and I'm not even shitting you. This is the comfiest car I've ever driven in my entire life. You get the peanut I was eating out of there. Headliner is kind of completely screwed, but yeah, good enough. Yeah, this thing rides like so smooth. And the seats are so comfy. So nice dash there. Let me show you the business inside. Oh, this is the wipers. They're just on and off. He said something about where you turn them on and then you can adjust the speed, but I didn't really mess with it last night because the wipers were actually frozen to the windshield when I brought it home. Brought it home in the Poconos. They were frozen right there. They probably still are frozen right there. Let's see where it was. There we go. It's a hood prop, so I'm going to have to hold it up because I'm filming with one hand. This is a 3.3 liter, 200 cubic inch inline six. Ford, of course. Has the old Duraspark like toaster oven ignition module that mounts in the fender that go bad all the time. Air pump is seized. Batteries held in by not ratchet up, a freaking bungee cord, but the battery tray is all rotted out. Let's see. It's hard to see in this, but this car has the unique setup that Chevy and Ford both did for a brief period of time, where the intake manifold is integrated into the cylinder head. You can't take it off. So just picture like where the intake manifold would bolt to the head, and just picture if there wasn't a seam there. The intake's just cast right into the cylinder head. I mean, it's an interesting design because then you're not going to get an intake leak, and it's one less thing to fail. But it wasn't really their intention, but if you wanted to modify it, you're kind of stuck with a one barrel, which is what this engine has. That's all you can do. That's all the hole in the intake is. They put a new radiator in it. Maybe it's the right one, maybe not. I do see that they didn't manage to put any fan shroud back on at all. But it's winter, so it'll probably be okay. This belonged to a guy, Cody, first, and then I bought it from a guy named Casey. When Cody had it, the one dyno day, he had me rip like all the vacuum lines off of it for the emissions. And it made it run better, magically. See, and we guessed right last night. Exception of this hose, which blew out last year. All the hoses are original from 1983. So that's gonna have to get changed. Let's close this up here. Oh, there we go. Let's give this thing a start for you. You can feel the power. Oh, I forgot the most important part. This is the reason he stopped driving it. And I learned driving home last night. Well, he told me about it, but still. Check out the exhaust. Yeah, it's like an inch off the ground. Comes up here. Like, there is not a single piece of this exhaust that isn't completely screwed. Let me show you the upfront deal. My friend that purchased this car with me, Josh, was following me home, and he said that I was just laying sparks, like on every bump on the highway. But wait, there's more. So that new section got put in, not by welding it, but with just like muffler sealer. And then it goes to the cat that goes sideways across the car, not front to back. And then there's another cat that's almost like built into the exhaust manifold. So there's two cats right now, and then this is all pointless. All the exhaust leaks out right there when you're driving it. And it's not even as loud as you would expect. Probably because the cats, and from my own experiences, these old American inline sixes, like you can run them like open manifold and they don't get loud for some reason. They do get loud if you split the manifold. If you divide them like 3 cylinders and 3 cylinders. But if you have the one log manifold that goes the whole length of the motor, for some reason, they don't get loud no matter what. Let's see here, though. I didn't look at the radio. Ooh. Jensen. Now, I do give them points for not cutting the factory dash. They kept with the shaft radio. So years from now, when this thing's a collector car, you won't lose money on the Barrett-Jackson auction block. Because someone cut the dash to put a standard DIN radio on it. I wonder what the hell went like there. And there. Or whatever. Let's see if it's a one pumper or not. This is always a good omen. Ooh. Turn that down. Listen to that buzzer. Nope. 2 pumper? Okay. Okay, so it's just like a shitload of pumper. Here we go. Cruising in it. Like I said, the exhaust is, I don't know, it's kind of rumbly. It's not really loud though. Not really that bad for being completely disconnected at the catalytic converters. That like whirring noise you hear, I think is the speedometer. Probably is, you can see the needle bouncing. But surprisingly, this thing has none of the like negative like carburetor characteristics so far I've noticed that everyone complains about. Like, oh, it'll be boggy, be stumbly. Especially for being, you know, like an old POS like this, like that's floored, but no, there's no bog in there or anything. Doesn't rattle or anything though, except for the exhaust dangling around. The brakes are like super squishy, but they stop, so it's just like an overly modulated power booster like a lot of American cars had in this era. Let's see what we got here. I'll give you an acceleration run here for that corner. Oh, there's a bog. He made a liar out of me. Shocks are so incredibly blown out on it, and the springs too. The thing sags in the back. That's floored again. I should probably say the reason that I even bought this thing. Right now it's Sunday the 29th, I think. And Tuesday is the 24 Hours of Lemons Moscow to Paris rally, which goes from Moscow, Pennsylvania to somewhere in Alabama, I think. I forget. But Roadkill's doing it. So myself and a couple of my friends also decided to do it. We have 3 cars in it. You might have seen Casey's Volare. Roadkill posted that. And then guy Corey is bringing his Fury. So we were going to bring Josh's 1975 Volvo, but it just had mechanical issues. We just couldn't get sorted out in time. Or I should say Josh, because I really wasn't helping. Too busy with work. But yeah, I couldn't get it sorted out, and the car was a little tricky to get parts for. So if it would have broken down, we would have been stranded, because no parts store would have had any parts for that thing. This isn't too much better, but at least the parts exist. They're at least orderable. For that Volvo, you can't even get them at any normal parts store. They're all online. So this is going to be our champion. So today, we have 1 day to prep this thing, fixing the exhaust system, changing the hoses, oil, stuff like that. And then Josh and I both work tomorrow, Monday. And then Tuesday, the rally launches in Moscow, which is near Scranton, at 7 in the morning. So today's the only day to work on it. So I will update you on what happens here. But here is Meet the LTD. What a gem.